Greetings and welcome back to my channel, Atlas's Rock. Today we have a special little treat for y'all. Today was Mail Day, brought to you by TCG Player Direct. I highly recommend getting cards from TCG Player. I've never had a bad experience. You can definitely see a lot of reviews placed by former customers or current customers of sellers on TCG Player. Comes in the mail. It's pretty quick. The shipping's not bad. You can become a member and get shipping for free. It is probably the smartest bet for you when you're going to buy your cards. Also, eBay just bought them out, so it'd be interesting to see what changes they have in the future concerning that. If you are going to be buying cards, it is always a smart idea to buy singles. If you are trying to build a deck and there are certain cards that you are looking for, and I know it's super exciting to go out there and find all these really cool cards and packs and pull them and get that adrenaline that comes with pulling cards from packs and the excitement and getting something really expensive or something really cool or something, maybe even something that you just needed. But it is always smarter to buy singles, and in the long run, or even in the short run and the long run, it is cheaper to buy singles. I do both. I buy singles and I open packs. I spend a lot of my income on cards. I buy and sell cards, and I play, right? I have fun. And I'm actually showing you some cards here. We're going to go over them a little bit more after I just get done showing you all of them, a little brief glimpse. But these are cards I just ordered from TCG Player Direct. Most of them are from the new 2022 Doubles Masters set, which, if you guys all saw that, what a cool set. The artwork and cards that came out in that set were rather amazing. If you were watching the prices of that set before it was dropped, who doesn't love a promo Kenrith the Return King? I know I do. If you were watching the prices for that set before it was dropped, super expensive, right? It was way blown out of proportion, and the second that set actually dropped, those prices dropped as well. Still a very expensive set because there are such good cards in that set. I know some people were mad about them releasing this set because it in turn made the cards like that were printed in that set cheaper. But I really don't see much wrong with that, right? You want to make this game more enjoyable for everyone, and by doing that, make it more affordable. And there's a reason there's a list of cards that will never be printed again, right? I mean, you're not going to get these dual lands being printed out here again. If you have expensive cards, there's a good chance they're going to stay expensive, protect your investment. But that's the thing, right? If you're holding money in cards, that is the risk that you take. So I'm going to be going over the cards that I got in the mail today, as well as for Pokemon today. We're going to be going over my Silver Tempest collection and the cool cards in that set. I love Silver Tempest, my boy Lugia up here. For those of you that did not watch the last episode, I do have Lugia tattooed on my body, and he is my top two, Lugia or Umbreon. Great Pokemon. So let's get into it. So I showed you here Kenrith the Return King. This is actually a card that I'll be making the commander of one of my decks. It is a 5-color commander. So Kenrith the Return King. It is a 5 CMC cost legendary creature, human noble from Throne of Eldraine, if you're looking at the set, right? So legendary creature, human noble, 5/5, power and toughness. You can spend a red. All creatures gain trample and haste until end of turn. Immediately right there. What a beautiful effect, right? 1 red mana for giving all your creatures trample and haste. That's insane. That is an insane ability, right? We have 2 mana, so colorless and a forest. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature. Now, for all of you that may be newer into Magic the Gathering, there is a difference between a 1/1 counter and this creature gains +1/+1 until end of turn, right? A counter stays on, right? Till end of turn is still end of turn. So if I put a 1/1 counter on Kenrith the Return King, he would then be a 6/6. And then we have a 3 CMC cost, 2 colorless, 1 white. Target player gains 5 life. That's pretty decent. 3 colorless, 1 blue. Target player draws a card. Gotta love card draw. 4 colorless and 1 swamp. Put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under its owner's control. Now this is very interesting, right? So we love the word a. What does that mean? If I'm in a 5-pod playing with 4 different individuals, that means I can search either all of their graveyards for a creature card that I want to take from their graveyard and put it under the battlefield under my control, right? So great card. But yes, this will be my new 5-color commander. Love the foil. Love Kenrith. Very glad to have him with us. Now moving on to a card that a lot of you recognize because it's very common, but maybe you don't recognize the artwork. This is the promo from, I believe, Strixhaven for Mystical Tutor. Mystical Tutor is a 1 CMC cost instant spell to search your library for an instant or sorcery card, reveal it, then shuffle and put that card on top. Gotta love our tutors. Great tutor in blue. I love the artwork. I had to get it. I have probably like 6 or 7 Mystical Tutors. Always important to have in a deck that is running blue. Moving on to a enchantment. Gotta love the artwork from here. I believe that's Urga's Legacy, Urga's Saga for the set. It costs 1 green mana. It's an enchantment, and all it does is you may play an additional land each turn, right? For those that you know, or maybe for those of you that don't know, you're allowed to play 1 land per turn unless you have cards that say otherwise. So this is a great card to have out on the field, especially if you want to go ramp and green. Playing an additional land, getting land triggers is very important. And also you got to love the artwork, exploration, going out there, seeing the new world. Great card. Kind of already showed you Force of Negation here, but here's Force of Negation, 3 CMC cost, and it's an instant spell. I have the borderless foil version. Gotta love it. If it's not your turn, you may exile a blue card from your hand rather than pay the spell's mana cost. What a great verbiage right there. Right? If I don't have 3 CMC open, I can just exile a blue card from my hand to pay for this spell's mana cost. Very important, and if you're in a sticky situation and you just had a big last turn and you have nothing open, what a great card to get in there and fix the situation. Counter target non-creature spell. If that spell is countered this way, exile it instead of putting it into your owner's graveyard. Awesome. We love to see it. Moving on to Mana Drain. Mana Drain is one of my favorite blue instant spells. I really like the artwork here. Looks like a wizard trying to control some mystical hand, or maybe that's their hand. I don't know what's going on there, but it's amazing. So it is a 2 CMC cost instant spell. The verbiage is counter target spell. We love it when it says spell. I have nothing with there's nothing wrong with cards that say counter target non-creature or counter target creature, but I just like the basic simplicity of counter target spell. I don't have to think. I don't have to make myself look like a fool. I can just counter that spell. So, counter target spell. At the beginning of your next main phase, add an amount of colorless mana equal to that spell's mana value. So, if I were to counter Kenrith the Return King and he costs 5 CMC, then on my next main phase, I will have 5 CMC or 5 colorless mana floating. So, great card, Mana Drain. I suppose you've never heard of Conservation of Energy. Now you have. Moving on to Assassin's Trophy. Wow. What beautiful artwork. We have to appreciate Medusa in the background there. Very big part of Greek mythology. It is a 2 CMC cost card. It is also the borderless foil. Instant, destroy target permanent and opponent controls. We also, just like how we love the word spell, we also love the word permanent. All right, that could be an enchantment, that could be an artifact, that could be a creature, that could be a planeswalker. Permanent is a very vague and loose word. Its controller may search the library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. Right? So they get it. The downside is, right, it does cost 2 CMC, but you get to destroy a permanent that an opponent controls. And that permanent could be really messing your things up. And do we want to take the risk of giving them a basic land card? For sure. Why not? If I'm losing the game because of this one card that's already on the field, for 2 CMC or for 2 mana to go out there and get rid of that obstacle, great card. Very much worth it. Very low CMC cost for what it does. And also beautiful art, beautiful foil. Moving on, we have Noble Hierarch. Now, if you guys are into decks that have a whole bunch of different colors, you love those mana rock creatures, right, that can tap for different colors. So it's a Noble Hierarch. It is 1 green mana. It is a creature human druid. It also has Exalted, so whenever a creature you control attacks alone, that creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn, right? So if Noble Hierarch was to attack, it would be a 1/2. Power 1, toughness 2. And you can tap it for green, white, or blue. Great artwork. Love the foil. Great card. You can guess it. It is definitely going in my Kenrith the Return King deck. And then the last card for Magic the Gathering that we'll be talking about today, Burgeoning. I'm pretty sure I pronounced that right. Also, if I butcher any card names on here, I apologize. Also, I have a slight cold. It is flu season. So if you hear me sniffling or coughing a little bit, that is the reasoning why. I just got my flu shot. We love getting flu shots out here. Nothing wrong with getting a live virus put in your body so that you don't get the worst symptoms of the flu, but you still get the symptoms of the flu. I wish I just didn't get the flu at all. That would be really great. So it costs 1 green. It's an enchantment. Whenever an opponent plays a land, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Right? And notice this, right? This is a promo, but whenever an opponent plays a land, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. An opponent, right? If I'm playing in a 5-pod, I got 4 opponents. If I'm drawing cards and playing lands left and right, getting land triggers and all that, this is a very important card. For one green, just wow. And also, it's the land card that you're putting onto the battlefield, it's not coming in tapped. It says you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. If it wanted it to come in tap, it would specifically say put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. So excellent card. But yeah, that is my Magic poll for the day. Very excited just to go back over Kenrith the Return King, Burgeoning, Noble Hierarch, Assassin's Trophy, Exploration, Mystical Tutor, Force of Negation, and Mana Drain. Now that we are done with that, we're going to go talk about Silver Tempest, the new set that was just released for Pokemon. And I'm going to show you some of the cards that I have already gotten and some of the cards that I still need. And you can guess it, I still need the Lugia that it comes with this set. Which Lugia, right? Because there's, I believe, 4 Lugias that come with this set. I am missing the Lugia V alternate art, but the odds of pulling that card, I believe, is 1 out of every 600 packs, which is pretty insane, right? Because I could just buy it outright from TCG Player, which would be smart and actually an option that I might do. But like I said, I love pulling packs, and it also gives me an excuse to open packs up in front of you so I can complete my set. This is actually my first master set that I have attempted to do. It was never really something that I was into. I just liked going out buying singles, but I really Love this set, and I wanted to get them all. So, like I said in my last video, always take care of your cards. Notice everything I have is sleeved. We got a little binder here. Let's check it out. So, we have the Silver Tempest set here. Now, every card is numbered, right, for this set. I believe there's 216 or so, 216 to like 250 cards in this set, depending if you add the promotional cards and the alternate arts. And, you know, you can just Google it. You can Google Silver Tempest Master Set, and it will give you the rundown of everything. But the first card in this set, and I just want to take a look at it, so if you were trying to make a master set at home of this set, it'll be a little bit easier for you to figure out what is going on. So we look at Venonat here. Venonat, look at the numbers down here. 001 out of 195. So this is the first card of that set, right? And you're going to notice that for all these cards that they have their little numbers on the bottom. They also have their set symbol. So let's say you're opening packs and you're opening packs from Lost Origin, but you're also opening packs from Silver Tempest. Knowing what the set symbol looks like is important. Going in here, so we have, just like every set before this, right? You start with green, right? So we have our grass type. And then these are so far what I've gone for grass. And then we have fire type. I do love the Japanese Radiance that came out for this set. They're obviously same artwork for English, but I just picked up the Japanese version when I was out here. Moving on to fire. Gotta love the fire. We have the reverse foil here. Anytime I can get a foil, I'm gonna put it in. And as I open packs, right, there's always a foil that comes in the pack, so I can just go through. At the end of the day, I would really like this entire set to be foil, but I very much doubt that's going to happen. I could make it happen, but it would be a very long journey. So going into water type, I got a little Vulpix V down here. Love Vulpix. What a great card. Water type, got a little bit more water. Whalemore and Whalelord were just some of my favorite Pokemon. I love Pokemon that looks like the animal that it is based off of, right? Whalemore, Whalelord. Oh, why is that named Whalelord? Because it's a whale, right? Feebas. I wonder why it's a Feebas. Maybe it's because it's a bass. I don't know. Maybe? I don't know. Then we go into electric. Love Pikachu. Everyone loves Pikachu. I got the holographic Raichu there. I've always, since I was a kid, wished that Pikachu in the show evolved into Raichu. I'm sure there's some lore that goes along with that of like Pikachu not wanting to, if I do remember. But I wanted Raichu to appear so bad. We got Psychic. We have the foil. I believe it's Alakazam. Yes. Alakazam here, the Radiant. Gotta love it. Moving on. Psychic. There's a couple unknowns in this set. We'll get to that a little bit later. Got Rock. And we're just going to skip a little bit because I don't really just want to show you the comments here. We have a Radiant Jirachi that I actually pulled here recently. And go over the highlighted cards of the set. But yeah, as you can see, I've completed quite a bit. I've only been working on this for about a week. But we have the Lugia V full art. Lugia V-Star, Japanese. Regidrago, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, V-Star. Ho-Oh V, love Ho-Oh, Ho-Ho. Gosh, that is one of the Pokemon names I cannot pronounce the greatest. Here we go. Everyone loves the alternate arts. I know I do. We have our unknowns. As you notice, this is Japanese. If you were wondering what I paid for it, it was like 5,000, 6,000 yen, which is like 30, 40 bucks, depending. The yen has been changing a lot recently. But great card. Love the artwork. Love that it has all the unknowns in there. Super shiny. Very much a large fan. Hopefully I put it back in the right place of where it was supposed to be. Moving over here, I just picked this up today. That's the Reggie Drago V Alternate Art. Very dark card. A very dark card. Not the best at showing the artwork. I'm going to try and not get the glare in there. But very cool card. Love to see it. I paid 6,000 yen for that. Magyarna V. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Great card. Picked that up. I got it in a pack. So I pulled that one, which was exciting. It's a cheaper one. So still happy I pulled it. But Lugia V-Star... excuse me. Lugia V-Star Secret. Pulled this out of a pack. Beautiful artwork. You love to see it. Pulled it, sleeved it, put it away. How's the centering? Let's take a look-see. Not too bad. Really not too bad. All right. I know a lot of people love to grade their cards. I haven't graded any of my cards yet. There are certain cards that I do want to get graded, but living here in Japan, it is kind of difficult to go out there and ship your cards off. Takes a really long time. I know PSA is very much backed up. We have another alternate art here. Beautiful. And the Pokemon deck box has dropped. But this is also in Japanese. I kind of go back and forth with Japanese and English. I love them both, as you can see right here. Boom, actually, so the price tag on this one, 6,500 yen. So in US dollars, that would be like 50-something bucks. Not bad, right? Good price. And like I said, you know, you can buy your singles or you cannot buy your singles. It's really up to you. If I see it out there, I'm gonna get it. However, the Lugia V alternate right now is 60,000 yen, which is like $500-something. So I'm really just trying to pull that one. But that also, by the way, that is for the Japanese version. The English version is much cheaper, but for the Japanese version, it is much more expensive. We have Mawile V down here. Gotta love it. As you've noticed, man, he's missing a lot more of these cards. Yeah, it is hard to get them. But I am working on it, and I'll actually be posting pack updates, hopefully by the end of this week. My next video, I'll be showcasing my adventures with the slot machines here on base. I'm going to be putting $1,000 in, and we're going to be doing $5 bets, all the lines, and hopefully get my money back, or at least not lose it all. So very exciting. I hope you can join me in that episode. And if you have any content that you want to see, very much appreciate all the people that have subscribed to my channel so far within the first 24 hours. We got over 100 views on my last video. I will be purchasing some equipment for my channel so that it is more professional, and we'll also be learning how to edit videos. But a lot more to see in the future. I hope you enjoy the content. If there's any content you want to see in the future, please let me know. Thank you, and have a great one.